A journey is defined by Webster as something suggesting travel or passage from one place to another. We have all been on a journey or are currently on a journey. The Bible details many journeys, from the journey into sin to our redemption from sin, and ultimately our salvation. Today, I'd like to focus on a key decision that was part of what made Daniel and his three friends different and arguably set them on their journey to becoming outstanding. Starting in Daniel chapter 1, verse 8. But Daniel determined that he would not defile himself by eating the king's food or drinking his wine. So he asked the head of the palace staff to exempt him from the royal diet. The head of the palace staff, by the God's grace, liked Daniel, but warned him, "I'm afraid of what my master the king will do. He is the one who assigned this diet, and if he sees that you are not as healthy as the rest, he'll have my head." But Daniel appealed to the steward, who had been assigned by the head of the palace staff to be in charge of Daniel, Hananiah, Miscao, and Azariah. "Try us out for 10 days on a simple diet of vegetables and water. Then compare us with the young men who eat from the royal menu. Make your decision on the basis of what you see." This is an interesting request, one that was probably made for a number of reasons. One likely reason for the request was because the meat and wine would have been offered as sacrifices to other gods before being served. So, in order to honor God, Daniel did not want to partake. At the end of the 10-day trial, the results were very interesting. The results can be found in Daniel chapter 1, verse 15. At the end of the 10 days, they looked healthier and better nourished than any of the young men who ate the royal food. Is it a coincidence that these men were healthier than the others? Or is there more to this verse? In the Garden of Eden, the first diet given to man was every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. Again, so this means every fruit and every vegetable, right? And that would be Genesis 1:29. When we consider the 30 to 40 square meters of surface area that makes up our digestive tracts, our interaction with what we eat is huge. What we choose to eat directly affects how we feel and what we are able to accomplish. The challenge that Daniel put down in the king's court still works today, and in many ways is very close to the diet that my wife and I are using on our journey, which we are starting in July. Curious about the journey? Check it out at www.helpelevatekids.com. I challenge you to put Daniel's diet to the test once again in your life and see how you feel and look after 10 days.